Aquarius, what is going on? Welcome into the channel. So happy to have you here always. My name is Deborah, owner of Purusha Holistic Wellness, and this is another episode of Purusha Intuitive, where we're going to look at your energy via the tarot, astrology, and any channeled messages that come through. So let's get into it, Aquarius. Happy day, happy Pisces season. I hope that you are finding some fluidity amidst all the emotion that's kind of been plaguing us lately ever since we entered into. It's been a lot. We have a lot of the water element is heightened in the collective. In the astrology, we have a lot of placements in Cancer as well as in Pisces. And so it's really kind of connecting us with this value of what feels safe and nourishing and supportive and stable in our lives. And right now, Venus is also in retrograde, so it's highlighting the people and situations that don't make us feel that way, right? And kind of forcing us to find creative solutions, creative ways to kind of deal with and contend with those energies. It's a lot though, because as I mentioned, the water element is very heightened, like it's dominating basically. And so there's a lot of feelings that come up with what is happening. And Pisces is also the end of the zodiac cycle, right? So it is about closure, closing things out. We're coming up on a full moon in Virgo, lunar eclipse. We're starting our eclipse season. We're on the precipice of the spring equinox. And, you know, just the beginning of things in the Northern Hemisphere, just the beginning of planting our seeds, honoring ourselves and planting our seeds accordingly. And right now, even though it is really tense and emotional, those are the indicators to help us know where to plant our seeds, especially if we are looking at things with longevity, long-term commitment, etc. So that's why I like to start off with an energy cleansing, just kind of set the tone for the reading, cleanse out some of that limitation, restriction that we might be feeling. It's a great time to set your own intention as well, especially if you've come into this reading with something on your heart, on your mind, something you would like Spirit to deliver messages to you around. Definitely give those desires over, be open to receive. It's a great way to personalize these collective readings. And I also do personal readings. I offer a variety of healing, wellness services. Readings are one of them. If you want me to look at your specific situation, how things are faring specifically for you, or if you're looking for more of a realignment of mind, body, soul, I do energy healing as well as Ayurvedic or holistic wellness consultations. When we're operating from that space of alignment, that's when we're actually making choices that honor our fulfillment, our happiness, our joy. We can actually enjoy the life that we're living. So all that info to get into contact with me is in the description box below. Definitely hit me up if you're interested. I would love to help and support in whatever way possible, Aquarius. All right, let's get into it. I bless you with pure love and light, pure source energy, pure loving grace. I release anything that is not for your highest and best. Any fears, doubts, insecurities, lack of worth, lack of value, pain, anger, frustration, impatience, overwhelm. Cleanse it and release it from our being so we may see and understand the messages clearly and help to make me a clear and open channel for the collective. Thank you, Father God, Spirit guides, guardian angels, Mama Love, Mama Love. All right. So I'm feeling, Aquarius, that there's something that you're nervous about, something like you're hesitant about. I feel like this is something that you need to do. You feel motivated to do it. I feel like some of this is just fear, anxiety, fear of the unknown. The moon kind of has been taking a little bit of a hit lately as well, where certain aspects around things that we need to better ourselves at, i.e. take courage is what I'm hearing. Like having courage to kind of overcome some of those perceived fears and anxieties. Remember, not everything is as bad as like what the mental kind of makes it out to be, right? I love this, Scarab. So self-creation, such a powerful energy. Okay, coupled with its transcendental abilities, these elements make the fantastic being a powerful totem for self-creation. Harness your potential, you have the ability, make life happen. And that's the thing, like sometimes we forget that because we feel very beaten down by our circumstances, confined, limited, etc. And we have so much potential. The human potential is insane. And there's this value of you being able to connect with that. Not only to connect with that, but to believe in it 100%. As I'm saying this, the mermaid card pops out, which is about belief. It is about believing in the magic of life. I love this one too. She is the embodiment of her and the versatility and adaptness of her gender. She is vulnerable. She has fortitude. She is liberation and self-worth. She is the premier catalyst of the feminine resolution, beckoning you to believe in yourself and in your own life. I feel like we've been kind of going through some stuff lately, however, that has been really challenging those beliefs, challenging the belief in self, challenging your ability to create, maybe kind of procrastinating a little bit. No shade, we all do it in certain ways. In Ayurveda, procrastination is one of the worst things you can do for the heart because it ends up keeping us limited. It ends up keeping us restricted. And then we're living under this burden and stress. And I definitely feel that for you. I feel like you're in a place where you're getting some space this week. It's actually allowing you to detach a little bit more. Take a breath of fresh air, a sigh of relief. This sloth card has been coming up for the zodiac. It was all like pretty much all the signs. It was also in our overarching energy for this past week. So it really, I'm consistently hearing like we're being forced to see, to understand what our comfort zone is. And when emotions are being triggered, when things are popping off, when people are doing X, Y, and Z, and it's triggering certain things within us, there is this value to look a little bit deeper and understand where that's coming from. I feel like it's actually been burdening you a lot, some of this emotionality. I don't know if I'm hearing that it's necessarily from you because I kind of feel like the sense I was picking up, Aquarius, take it if it resonates, but it's like you're working really hard to like maintain and balance yourself. But I feel like either you're in a situation where someone's doing something that either like wants to make you cry. Sorry, I know that. Like there's just something, there's some pain, there's some burden that you're carrying. And this pain is really, really distracting you from, kind of remembering your power. Staying focused requires a disciplined commitment to say no. Don't be fooled by diversionary activities. You're almost there. So this value, okay, Queen of Swords, and we got Seven of Cups. Sometimes the illusion, Seven of Cups is definitely representative of illusion, of kind of being caught in the what ifs, the fantasies, the anxieties, etc. So Spirit wants you to take a little bit of time this week to be a little bit more balanced, not be so stressed out about what is rejecting you in the present moment. Five of Pentacles energy, because I feel like it's not worth your time and energy. That's what I'm hearing. I feel like it's actually kind of fueling that anxiety and fear and keeping you a little bit stuck. And Spirit wants you to take a deep breath. Easier said than done in this situation because it definitely looks like someone is putting up some heavy boundaries, but to me, it looks like it's a blessing in disguise, to be honest. It's kind of where I'm seeing this breath of fresh air coming in for you, because you're not feeling so responsible or this need to kind of fulfill someone's expectations that doesn't fit for you right now. And it's actually giving you an opportunity to kind of dive into this energy for yourself of self-creation, how you want certain things to look, right? There is some self-doubt happening, and I feel like because whatever you're dealing with is just, it's like a messy energy. It feels messy. It feels heavy. You were really trying to give it your best shot, but something around this is just not, there's a imbalance in power in this dynamic. It's someone who uses the connection against people, right? Like if you have a friendly dynamic or, whatever, they kind of use relationships, emotions as their manipulative tool to kind of play with you, is what I'm hearing, right? They know that you like them, and so it gives them the control over you. And for you, this is kind of new, is what I'm seeing. Like, I think maybe you're not used to going it alone. Maybe, I don't know, Aquarian energy is kind of like that, but it feels like someone who's, like this is like a partnership, a dynamic that you're either used to being around, used to having with you. And it's just, there needs to be some separation. I feel like that's kind of unavoidable at this point, but it also kind of shows that this is a lot of change for everybody that is involved, 100%. Maybe taking some things a little bit personally. It's hard not to, because this is a very combative energy. Like you're feeling worn out by how much you have to give and invest into a certain dynamic. You're starting to change that tune though, because it is just causing a lot of, you're kind of just like putting yourself first is what I see, Aquarius. You're no longer feeding as much into something with someone. I feel like, I don't know, someone's like fighting back, or there's like a lot of backlash over something, but then they kind of just pretend that's not true. I don't know. This is a really, let's pull a little bit more on this person's situation. Okay. This could be like family dynamics or just someone that you're around all the time. 10 of Pentacles energy. Someone who's just like, yeah, you guys are both kind of out for your own success, but in different types of ways. And I feel like for whatever reason right now, this dynamic is just not working out because both parties are coming at it from a very different approach. And again, like I said, I don't necessarily love this energy because I feel like on some level there is a lot of penalization happening, justifying maybe why they're not willing to like work on it or to have a honest conversation with you, because you're showing them that like, hey, I want to show up. I want this to be a better thing. How can we move it forward in a positive way for both of us? But all you end up doing is kind of getting stuck in the same position, in the same scenario over and over and over again. And you're starting to see it a little bit differently, maybe a little bit more clearly. Maybe you had some projections on what this relationship was. Maybe you thought this connection was a little bit deeper, when in actuality, there's a lot of superficiality here on this person or situation's end. Like they're just not as invested, or they say the right things. Like I do feel like there might be a little bit of bamboozlement, right? They say the right things and and did for a while, but now they're kind of backtracking because something has changed for them that it's like they don't like it anymore. It's either like I get this vibe of like they just don't want to put in the work anymore. There was something in it for them originally, and now it looks like that has changed. And you're kind of watching this all play out. You're watching this all play out so you can have a better understanding, because some of this kind of didn't feel very fair, like all the responsibility was on your plate. But again, this space is a really good thing. I feel like it's actually going to give you kind of a reset where you can go back to the drawing board and understand a little bit better, more clearly, like how you want to show up, whether you continue this dynamic or just what you want moving forward. Things that are actually giving you more comfort, more stability, a better groundwork to go from, versus like a little bit willy-nilly. I don't know. They're kind of having some hard stuff happen for them right now, even if it is a little bit of excuse. At the same time, there's a lot going on with this person. Yeah, like there's a lot going on with this person, with this situation, and I feel like you're going to be waiting around if you keep waiting around. It's like basically what it means. This is asking you to expand, to grow. That's where you're going to find more happiness and fulfillment, is if you kind of like reach beyond. You know, maybe this has run its course. Maybe it's just not in a space where it can give you what you need. And that's all okay, right? It's time to kind of use the resources that you have at your disposal to have some goodness come in, right? To have some things that actually align a little bit more with your comforts and, again, feeling stable and supported. Don't be fooled by diversionary activities. And I feel like there's a lot of diversionary activities going on for whomever, whatever you're dealing with. So hopefully this helps for you, Aquarius. Thank you so much for your time, energy, always. Definitely drop comments below if it resonated. I love to hear, or just say, hey, share in a little love, a little TLC. I so appreciate all the love, all the support that you bring to the channel. Know I'm sending it back your way.